The Honda Accord has long stood as one of America's most trusted midsize sedans, a nameplate that has earned its reputation through decades of reliability, refinement, and smart engineering. As the 2027 model year arrives, buyers are once again asking whether this iconic sedan still deserves a spot at the top of the segment. And the answer, as always, is nuanced. One of the most compelling reasons to choose the Accord is its hybrid powertrain's efficiency. The Accord Hybrid is rated at 44 miles per gallon in the city and 41 miles per gallon on the highway, figures that rival those of dedicated hybrid vehicles from brands that have been in the electrification game far longer. For daily commuters and long-distance drivers alike, these numbers translate into real savings at the pump over the life of the vehicle. Unlike some hybrid systems that feel hesitant or disconnected, Honda's two-motor hybrid setup delivers power smoothly and intuitively, making it easy to forget there's a sophisticated energy management system working beneath the surface. The ability to run in electric-only mode at low speeds adds a quiet, refined quality to urban driving that feels genuinely premium. Step inside the Accord, and the sense of space is immediately apparent. With 105.7 cubic feet of passenger volume and an impressive 40.8 inches of rear legroom, the Accord punches well above its weight class in cabin roominess, a claim that even full-size sedans struggle to match. The dashboard design is clean and modern, prioritizing a horizontal layout that reduces visual clutter and keeps controls within easy reach. Higher trim levels add genuine leather upholstery, ambient lighting, and soft-touch materials throughout, creating an atmosphere that rivals some entry-level luxury vehicles. The 12.3-inch touchscreen on hybrid trims is large, responsive, and logically organized, while the available 12-speaker Bose audio system delivers rich, concert-quality sound that makes every drive feel like a personal performance. Cargo space at 16.7 cubic feet in the trunk is class-leading and genuinely useful for families and road trippers alike. Honda Sensing has become one of the most talked-about active safety suites in the mainstream segment, and for good reason. The Accord comes standard with Honda Sensing across all trim levels, bundling collision mitigation braking, road departure mitigation, adaptive cruise control with low-speed follow, and lane keeping assist. The system has been refined over several generations and now operates with noticeably fewer false alerts and smoother interventions than earlier versions. The adaptive cruise control is particularly well calibrated. It maintains comfortable following distances and responds gracefully to changing traffic speeds without the jerky acceleration and braking that can make some rival systems feel unsettling on long highway stretches. For buyers who prioritize safety technology, the Accord delivers a genuinely reassuring package without requiring an upgrade to a higher trim level. Midsize family sedans are rarely praised for their driving character, but the Accord remains one of the notable exceptions. Honda's engineers have tuned the front suspension and rear multi-link setup to deliver a ride that absorbs road imperfections without feeling floaty or disconnected from the road. The steering is direct and well-weighted, offering genuine feedback through the wheel that makes the Accord enjoyable to drive on winding roads, not just smooth interstates. Sport trims add a more aggressive suspension tune and larger 19-inch wheels, sharpening the handling without significantly compromising ride quality. For a vehicle that will spend the majority of its life on mundane commutes, the Accord manages to inject a degree of driver engagement that makes those daily drives feel less like a chore. It is a sedan that rewards those who actually enjoy driving. Honda's reputation for building vehicles that last is well earned, and the Accord is one of the clearest examples of that legacy in action. Historically, the Accord holds its value exceptionally well compared to segment competitors, retaining a strong percentage of its original MSRP after 5 years of ownership. For buyers who view a vehicle purchase as a long-term financial decision, rather than a short-term transaction, this matters enormously. The Accord has also consistently ranked near the top of reliability surveys conducted by major automotive research organizations, with owners reporting lower than average repair costs and fewer unscheduled maintenance visits over the course of ownership. Combined with widely available parts and a vast network of Honda dealers and independent mechanics, keeping an Accord on the road is straightforward and affordable over the long haul. In a segment where all-wheel drive has quietly become an increasingly important checkbox for buyers in northern climates, the Accord remains a front-wheel drive only vehicle. Rivals like the Subaru Legacy offer all-wheel drive as standard equipment, and even the Toyota Camry has made all-wheel drive available across most of its lineup. For buyers who live in regions with harsh winters or who simply value the added traction and confidence of all-wheel drive on rain-slicked roads, the Accord's absence of this option is a meaningful limitation. Honda's Vehicle Stability Assist System and traction control do a reasonable job of managing wheel slip in poor conditions, but they are no substitute for the genuine mechanical grip advantage that all-wheel drive provides. This gap in the lineup is one area where the Accord genuinely loses buyers to the competition. While the 12.3-inch touchscreen is large and visually impressive, the underlying infotainment software continues to divide opinion among owners and automotive critics alike. Honda's interface requires multiple taps to accomplish tasks that many rival systems handle in one or two inputs, and the volume and climate controls, which were physical knobs in previous generations, are now handled through the touchscreen, requiring eyes-off road attention at inopportune moments. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration, now standard on the 2027 model, helps mitigate the issue for smartphone-dependent users. But buyers who prefer to rely on the native system will find themselves navigating menus more often than they would like. The standard 1.5-liter turbocharged engine in the LX and SE trims is a competent daily driver, but it can feel strained when pushed hard, particularly when the vehicle is fully loaded with passengers and cargo, or during on-ramp merges on the highway that demand a confident surge of acceleration. At 192 horsepower, it is not underpowered on paper, but the power delivery lacks the effortless low-end torque that makes the hybrid system so pleasant to live with. The hybrid is undeniably the better powertrain, but it comes with a meaningful price premium that not every buyer is willing to pay. The Accord is not an inexpensive vehicle. Entry-level pricing has crept steadily upward over recent model years, and the features that many buyers consider essential, the hybrid powertrain, the larger touchscreen, the wireless charger, are only available on mid-range and upper trims, pushing the total cost of ownership well above $35,000. When fully optioned, a touring hybrid can exceed $40,000, a figure that begins to overlap with entry-level luxury sedans from Genesis and Acura that offer considerably more interior prestige. For value-conscious buyers who remember when the Accord represented exceptional bang for the buck, the current pricing trajectory is a source of genuine concern. As the automotive industry accelerates its shift toward electrification, the Accord Hybrid's inability to plug in and charge from an external source feels increasingly like a missed opportunity. Rivals such as the Hyundai Sonata have explored plug-in hybrid territory, and buyers looking to minimize their fuel costs and carbon footprint are increasingly drawn to PHEVs that allow for short daily commutes on electricity alone. The Accord's hybrid system is efficient and well-engineered, but it cannot be plugged in, limiting fuel savings to what regenerative braking and the engine management system can recover. For buyers who have access to home charging and drive predictable distances, the lack of a PHEV or battery electric variant is a legitimate reason to look elsewhere as the segment continues to evolve.